you doing, guys? Good to see you again. Nice evening, apart from outside obviously, because being in Scotland it keeps bloody raining every time I go out there, so I try not to even leave my hut for that reason. All good. So on the old Westland Wessex, as they say, Westland Wessex, sorry, that was my other build, the Lynx. That's where we're at. I'll just bring it over because I had it moved out of the way for a little thing I done with ammo mid products earlier on in the model club, guys. So I've got your chat over here this time for once, and I have a little list here of other YouTubers' names till I get used to it. As you do. Evening, Richard. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. So, last time we done pre-shading and all that carry on, I went over it a little bit more, I'll be honest, around the door there after we left. It was just that little bit too dark in places, so I wanted to just tidy that up a little. You can see on there a little, on the close little camera. So that's where we're at today. We've got a little bit of green around here, around this bit here, and we've got some green around here today as well. And also on the rotor blades, I'm going to need to mask. There's a little tiny square there, I don't know if you can see that, a little tiny one right there, and I need to mask that and then mask across, and then that'll be me ready to paint these green as well. So that's the plan for today. How you doing, Mike? No worries, mate, good to see you. RJC, hi pal, thanks for popping by. Besta. Right, I've got an alarm set for you and Dave. Halfway through, your alarm will go off and that'll wake you up. You better put them little pasties down. I saw you on that Festa group, your Festa live earlier. Little pasties, falling asleep. Awful, terrible, outrageous even. So, a quick little bit of masking. Just going to mask these little squares on here. And I think it'll be the 3mm by the looks of it. I'm going to nip that off and chuck a little bit of tape on there. Oh. What a nice clean edge. Okay. I'm going to cut that across that little bit on the blade there. If you don't want that painted green. Like that. Same again. I suppose it makes sense just to cut the thing twice, but that would be sensible. No, not me. So, I've been in the cave nearly all day. Pretty much because I was on Festa there's live stream, but also I was watching a little bit of Models for Heroes one this morning and International Scale Modeler as well. So between that and Festa 67's workshop live, I've been in the cave pretty much the whole day. And I went in the house and the missus was like, oh, you know where we are then? Of course, darling. And then I tried to do a live recording or do a recording, and she walks in my hut and starts yapping away about something that's happened in the town, and I had to stop and restart the recording and start all over again on one of my little how-to videos. I was like, great one, honey. She ignored me all day. Well, I've ignored her. And then she walks in halfway through the recording. I'll get this on quick. And then we can paint these up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly mask this. And then mask around the dark green bits. And then we can just get on to painting without messing around too much. So what's everybody been up to today? I know what some of you have been up to. Not everybody. Two more. Again. No one eye struggles in it this one. Okay. Evening, Simon. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? And we've got that on there. Well, that slapped on there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly use a bit of this slightly wider tape. Go around the little centre marks there. It's such a fragile piece. It's kind of nervous masking it even without breaking it. You know? Plastic monkey searching for photo on the floor. Yes, been there many a time, mate. I feel your pain on that one. The joys, and it's never where you expect. You know, you can. I've dropped things and I've hunted and hunted and hunted, and then I've gone to go out into the house because I've got the ump, and then it's stuck to my arm or my leg, or I drop it here, down here, and I find it over there. So beat the carpet monster, don't be shy. Show him who's boss. I think I'm going to get one of them incubator thingamajigs that you see in, you know, when you see in the labs and they've got their hands and the gloves into that container and they're working away doing what they've got to do with toxic whatever or dangerous. I think we should get a model kit and put it into one of them glass boxes, and then you put your hands through, and then when anything pings, it all just stays in that container. Hiya Moose, how you doing? Yeah, we had strong winds here today, to be honest. So there's our props there, and they're just masked up so I can do the rotor blades, so I can get that bit on and sorted. So I'm just going to quickly do a little bit on here that needs the green, and then what I'll do is I'll just make sure that the old airbrush is turned right down for it, and then I won't get no overspray carry on. Fingers crossed. Got all the silly little bits to mask, and then we'll get straight on with the spraying, I think. The only trouble with this heli, and I was saying to someone, they've got the kit, is there's that many sticky out bits everywhere, and I'll admit, I'm a bugger for it. I tend to snap them off accidentally, because there's that many little bits, so I've just masked around that little bit there. I'll do the same on this side. Have you found it yet? That's the $1,000,000 question, Richard. Is it eluded yet, or have you got it? Yeah. Let's do this. That many little bits. I tell you, don't be surprised, because obviously, I mean, I always do all my builds live, so you do see me snapping bits and going, oh, and then putting it to one side, then bits. I've been very lucky so far. Good to see you fellas anyway, and it's nice to see you all chatting away. Gives me something while I'm building and looking and chatting away to you all. Thank you, Dave. So there we go, that's that side done. So I've just got, there's a silly little bit here, and it's literally from that bit there to that bit there roughly, and then it's just halfway along, so I need to get that bit masked as well. I'm gonna need the smaller stuff. Looking on here, see how much you get masked. Yeah, another dimension. All photo ends up in another dimension, mate. Ain't the worst when I done the Wellington build, because that was my first time with like a full photo etch set and all that, and the amount of times I super glued a bit of the photo etch to my finger, and I'm chatting away to everybody, and I'm like, trying to pull the damn thing off my finger. And everybody that knows me just laughs, because they know me. It's like, yeah, well, these things happen. This is why I like this hobby, really, to be honest. And I enjoy doing it live, because on some of my groups and stuff that I run, you get guys say, oh, I wish I was as good as that, and I don't post my builds because I'm not that good, and I think you are that good. See, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we are, we all lose bits of photo etch and everything else. That's one thing for sure. We all have the carpet monster attack us, and we all mess up. It's just, that is the way it is in this hobby. make sure the video. So when I do my lives, that's one of the reasons I do it, and I post everywhere. When I make a mistake, I'm just showing all the newcomers that we all make mistakes. It doesn't matter. In this hobby, as long as you're happy, it doesn't matter. Hi Richard. Richard Roberts, how you doing, buddy? You doing well, thanks, mate. Your tiger is just looking like crazy cool. All them dots. That's just madness. How have I got the patience for all that? Oh, you see, trying to get this bit in. This bit here is being a pest. I think it's a weird. Yeah, got it. A little bit underneath. Checking the chat there. Amazing. You know what? Talking of lost pieces, when I done my see when you want to say something, your mind goes blank for that minute. The mosquito, that was it. I actually managed to misplace the two props. Now at 1/24 scale, that's not an easy thing to lose, if I'm really honest. I don't quite know how I managed to lose it. So there's my little greenish bit there ready to spray. Just get this side done and then we're good. Then we're good to go. Get the eye back out. And get that in the right position. Our eyesight's not great, so it's fiddly. Oh, nearly there. Nearly the fun bit. Oh mate, I'm dropping stuff all the time. It's terrible for it. It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, 2 squares left. And we did. I'm just going to put an extra bit in. Just notice somewhere where I'm going to get some bleed. I don't want that. Fucking that on there like that as well. Thanks. Yeah. So. Oh, it was. No. Right. Hi, John. John, Dean. John, yeah, John. Fine. Bonjour. I'm not very good with languages, I'm afraid. So I've got my little bit there, just in the green there, and that little bit there. They've got to be dark green, so we'll give that some greenage, and then we'll get these done as well. I've just knocked that bit off already. You one of them, innit? Oh. Sorted. So the green. Nice to see everyone chatting away. That's all good. So I'm gonna go for this green. Quite a bright green, mid green. Will just stand out nice. So it's all good. Keeping out. You don't want to make a mess everywhere. Thanks, Richard. Yeah. The mic, the humming. It turned out there's a filter that I can click on the OBS software I use, and it was like noise suppression. So when I clicked it, and funny enough, because Festa was actually around when that happened, I was supposed to be live one day at 7 o'clock. I think it was the other Sunday. And during the day, I was prattling about at about 5 o'clock, and I was messing around with the settings and filters and all that after watching Google and stuff. And I was going testing, testing like this. And I hadn't realised I'd clicked go live. So I had Festa and Mike, Scaly Models and all that, giving it all. Hi Fred, how you doing? And I'm sitting in the living room, and I'm eating my dinner, and I'm like, my phone goes ping. I'm like, what? And it says Mike and Festa and all that is talking on YouTube, commenting on your live, and I'm like, but I'm not live. And the missus started laughing. I couldn't put my dinner down quick enough and leg it into the hut and turn off the live and then reschedule for 7 o'clock. But yeah, lucky I was only testing the microphone and not doing anything else really. Not that I would, but it could have been a whole lot worse. So I was giving it all testing, and they're all going hi, and I'm not here. Right, now I don't need to keep squeezing the trigger, but the reason I am is I've got it on such a low pressure, and I just want to control exactly where it goes so I don't get any overspray. You see the way I turn that round there without messing about? All good fun. So yes, I'm chuffed that I got the microphone problem sorted. I no longer have the Bluetooth headset because the third camera I managed to get working. It's an older camera, this little third one, this one here, and I couldn't get it to work on Windows 10, but after the wonderful Google, it showed me how to install everything and get it so Windows 10 worked. It worked on Windows 10, so that's what I did. And I got a little bit of overspray on that one. I think I'm okay on that one. So I'm just going to touch that little overspray up, because we don't want that. What I should have done really is mask it a little bit more. It is what it is. Nothing that can't be fixed. Let's clean this air back a little. Evening, Scott. Good to see you. Always good to see everyone, that's for sure. I'm just going to get this green out of here. Out a little. Go. I'm just flushing it through. And then I'll get the old Hey, Junk Works. I'm trying to figure out, I think I've got your name right. Is it Mike or Scott? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying my best to remember everybody. Yeah, nice and clear. I'm just going to sort that overspray bit out. Now I decided to do. Oh, that's enough there. Got a little bit over eager with the spray brush there. Just do that again. Yeah. Make sure I've not got overspray anywhere else. Nope. Looks good. All good in the hood. So, that's that bit anyway. Pull them masks off in a second. Clean this out from further on. Back on so I don't damage the needle there. And I'll line that up. Good. Flowing lovely. I'm good, thanks. Good to see ya. I really must get my list updated a little bit more. Like I said, I've got a list here of the new fellas kind of thing. Bit lovely list there that just so I remember everybody, because it's awful memory me. I'm just going to pull these off now. That's it, all done. Damn. Once I aqua gloss this, ready for decals, that'll stand out a little bit more. Got one more little bit of overspray there, I'll touch that up later on. Easy done. There we have it. A little greenage there, you can see on the back there, and a little bit of greenage on there in the front. Might see it better on that little camera there. Green there. And a little bit on there. Now, apart from a tiny little bit of overspray on this side that I need to sort out, that's all good. And we'll get the old props done. It's dark green, so you're Scott. Right, let me get that written down, pal. Because when I see you on Fester's workshop and that lot, I like to be able to say, I knew it was one of the two. There you go, you're on my list. Vamp, everyone just seems to call him Vamp, so I've not got him. Or whatever. All good anyway. Right. It's a bit of dark greenage now, so I'm going for, it sounds crazy, but it's the right green, and it's Vietnam camouflage dark green. With the FF numbers, that's what it is. So, as long as the FS number's right, I'm happy bunny. Now I've got this turn right down low, and I don't want it spraying everywhere, basically. Sinking the place out. Not that. Like that little bit extra control. So. There is a decal to go on these, so and that is a lovely green. I like that. That's a nice green, for sure. Can't believe the time's flying by already. All good fun. I use, I'm a part of Alclad, mate. So I only use Alclad paints. I've used them for years. When the Telford big model show's on, it'll be next year now. You'll see me I'll be at the Alclad stand with the other guys, teammates. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to using them. I teach a lot with them as well, so hence why there's always Alclad everywhere on my logos and stuff. Yeah, cheers, Lynx. Yeah, they've got a great range, you know. They're still adding to the range regular. But all your standard, you know, United States Air Force and the RAF and the Fleet Air Arm and, you know, all them kind of paints. And then, of course, you got the metals, which they're famous for. Sadly, the mil specs are only available in the UK, pretty much, and Europe due to postage regulations. But I use their candies and their metals a lot, as well as their mil specs. I've got it on a really low pressure. I'm at about 6 psi, and I'm just taking my time. I could put it up higher and blast it, but then it just gets really fumey. Whereas if you use it in control, it doesn't smell as bad. There we go, there's two of the babies. Okay, all good. The other reason I'm doing it such a low pressure is such a fine line rather than like when you're priming. It's because I don't want it like one heavy solid colour, if that makes sense. Then it would look kind of toy-like. I want that kind of faded, you know, kind of going with the grubbier kind of look. Westland, yeah, I personally think so. You know, to be honest, there's that many different paints out there, and they're all good. Don't get me wrong. Um, it's what you're used to, you know, and what you're comfortable with. Personally, I'm just comfortable using them. You know, I've used them for many years, so it's what I like. You know, I know other people that like other brands. Nothing wrong with that. But like you say, personally, I think if you do it right, you can't beat it. That's for sure. And I will at some point be doing live with the candies and the metals because obviously I do build cars as well now and again. So there is them times where I'll be using them. There we go. What I love is as well, it just dries so fast, you know. The mil specs are enamel based, but they dry in about 5 minutes. even quicker in here at 30 odd degrees with my fire on, that is. I think I might have to set my alarm in a minute because old Dave and Fester stuffing their faces and falling asleep. Just about there now. I'll get this done and get the masking off and see how it looks. And so there's one little bit of touching up on the main aircraft there, but nothing major. So, without going into, I don't want addresses and all that carry on. Yes, man. Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap, you know what I mean? But they do last, you know. I've had some of these bottles. I can do, out of a bottle, I can do maybe 4 124 kits. So, anyway, without going into personal addresses, whereabouts is everybody from? Obviously, I'm English, but living in Scotland. That's about as much detail as you need. That's me done anyway. No. Ah, Michigan. Ah. So what's Michigan? Is that 6 hours? 5 hours? Difference? Time? Something like that, I think. If I remember rightly. I've got a few people that I know over that way. Over on my Twitter. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All good. Orkney. So you're on the same bit as Frank that comes and watches. I don't know if Frank's in tonight. He normally is. Yeah, so you're the fella that has the fight with Frank to get the model kits out of the charity shop. Mike was telling us about you. Because Frank scored, I think it was a little Airfix tornado or something. And he was all chuffed because he beat you to it. Oh, cool. That was a good guess, Moose. Yeah, because it's nearly 8 o'clock here, so. I've got lots of followers and friends in the States over on Twitter, so that's kind of how I know the times. If any of you guys are on Twitter, feel free to add me. It's Modelers United, you know, and same logo, and you'll see me. We're running a group build at the minute, which started the 1st of November and it finishes the 1st of February. And it's, if you're on Twitter, hashtag Russia China GB. It's a friendly group build, there's no pressure, it's great, you know. South African vamp. Yeah, I've got a few friends over there too. I see what you mean with the Alclad thing, because it's quite difficult to get over there. So you need to have a word with Frank. Stevenage Diamond. Cool. I used to live in Bedford, which is not far from Stevenage. So we've got Cornwall. Yeah, all good. Are the Cornish pasties as good as people say? That's a question that only a Cornish person could answer. Cornish pasty. As you can see, this is dry already. Nice to not have a airbrush down there. It's quite noisy sometimes. Sweet as a nut so far. I'm not going to tempt fate. Yeah. So fiddly, these little things, by the way. I think you remember me saying when I was putting them together, they're very flimsy. Oh, one more. Cheshire. I got a Cheshire comment there. Do you all smile like a Cheshire cat? And it's such a little amount holding these rotor blades on it. Shocking. Just as well they're not any bigger than what they are. There's always one that just doesn't want to come off, isn't there? Really? I'm not worried in case I break it, you see. Not because I'm on live, just I don't want to break it. There you go. Good job. No, I never see any models in charity shops either. I don't go in them very often, but I never see one. I see all the guys go, yeah, I just got scored this, and I ain't jammy buggers. Right, so there we go. And that's with the masking taken off, as you can see. We've got them little square bits on there too. So I'll give all that metal, that grey in the centre there, I'll give that a wash nearer the time. A bit of dry throat there. So in theory, she'll sit like that, like that, and then they'll go on there like that. Like that. So I'm happy with that, like that. I need that up there, out of the way. Clean all this off, it's getting away. All good stuff. End of the day. So, I've got a greenage on that. I've got our wonderful rotor blade. I think I'll give that a quick wash. It's a little homemade wash I made up ages ago. It's just a kind of matte varnish, acrylic base, and one of these silly little pots of black paint, and it's mixed in a bottle just to make it that grubby kind of watery way. And when it dries, it just comes out nice, you know. I'm just going to go like that. It will kind of get a protective varnish coat and rub it up at the same time. Little. Like that. That'll be dry in a minute and you'll see it. I might even leave one of these clean so you can see it. And you can see the difference there between the two. That one's, you know, what I just done, and that one's just paint. Just picks out some of the detail, you know. Yeah, we'll leave that like that. I'll get some photos of that later on. Yeah, model shows is where I get mine, mainly because I can get away with it without the missus knowing. You know, I go to a model show, and I come back with models, and she's got no idea. You know, I won them. I was giving them, you know, all the lame excuses that you come out with. Buying wise, I get the look, just like most guys, I think. To be honest with you. So it's that time already, just about. Just going to jump over to the bigger camera. We've got 4 minutes left. There we go. So it's that's about it really, to be honest, at the moment. I'll touch up a little bit of green where I had the overspray, not on that side, it was on the other side there. Just a tiny little hint. It's literally a mist, but I'll get that little tiny bit touched up. and I'll get some photos taken and post them on the group, Festus group, and on my profile too on Facebook. So we'll get them posted up, sorted out. I know it's terrible. I have to lie. You know what I mean? See, even if I want a pot of glue, I get the look. You know, that look where you know it's like a really kind of look. But it is what it is. I'm very lucky. I've got a few kits here, and I do win kits sometimes, so it's not too bad. Just a little light, you know. But it is what it is. We like to be in this hobby, so it's got to be done. Well, that's near on the hour. So thanks very much for everyone popping by and chatting away. It makes such a difference talking in the chat. It really does. Before, you know, I'm sitting talking to myself, I feel like, even though I'm not. The chat, when it's chatting away, is great because that gets me chatting and interacting with everybody else as well as doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate that very much. Yeah, so it's great to everyone chatting away and all that. Stay safe, guys, and that's a good idea. Stay safe, guys, yeah, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Be there or be square. All the best. Take care.